Hi, I'm Sarah Nori, and for this summer reading book I'm doing Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. Everyone should read it because it's really, really well written. It's it changes styles a lot, which is really fun to read, and it's got a little bit of mystery elements in it that are really fun to figure out, and the characters are really cool. That's it.
Hi, I'm Matt Fleischer. The book I want to lead is The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. I really like this book because it simplifies the idea and the theory of why things succeed, what pushes things over the edge to make it go viral. So when you're watching that baby sucking its thumb on YouTube, why it has, 100 million views comparatively to the other video that has 10. And kind of the mechanism behind that. But it's also a very simplistic view because Malcolm Gladwell is actually a journalist for the New York Times, and he simplifies it in a way that's very relatable. It is not very hard to read at all. It's very fast. It's a page turner because it's continuous thought. It's thought-provoking, but it doesn't ever really confuse you. It's in very simple enough terms that it's relatable. It's very relatable. It's a fun read, and I suggest it to anyone who's looking for something to think about, but not something that's too complex to weigh them down over the summer.
And
I'm Rachel Scalzo, and we are leading the Fault in Our Stars book group with Monica Ross.
Okay, so The Fault in Our Stars is about Hazel, who has terminal lung cancer, and basically she goes to a cancer support group at her church in a basement, and she meets Augustus there, and he lost a leg to osteosarcoma, so he has a prosthetic leg, and together they go on this really incredible journey, and it's hilarious, and it's sad, romantic, it's basically everything you would ever want.
So, it's definitely really good. Like, it'll make you feel all the emotions in the spectrum. Like, I was reading it, and I was laughing at one page, and then 5 pages later, I was, like, crying my eyes out. So, it is definitely worth a read. If you love John Green, you should read it, and if you watch the Vlogbrothers, you should still read it, and even if you hate reading, you should still read it. So, it's so good. It is such a good book.
I'm Adam Leopold. I'll be doing the book Red and Me, a book about the relationship between Red Auerbach, who is the Celtics coach, and Bill Russell, one of the greatest NBA players of all time. It's a good book because it really goes into the depth of the relationship between not only coach and player, but also one friend to another, and you really get to see how their relationship develops over the years as Red coaches Bill through his greatest years in the NBA. If you're a sports fan, you'll love this book. If you just like reading about relationships, about close friends, you'll love this book too. I highly recommend it to almost anybody, and definitely a sports fan.
I'm Sasha Readers, and I'm doing Beyond Mountains by Tracy Kidder. It's basically about this guy named Paul Farmer, and he travels to several different countries like Brazil, and I think primarily Haiti is where his biggest cause is, and his concern is that he cures and diagnoses infectious diseases within these countries because they don't really have good medical care systems within them. And I think that's something he's really passionate about, and I don't know, I really liked it because that's something I'm definitely interested in. I think that I really am interested in the medical field, but not only that, social justice and fixing poverty within the world. And yeah, it's a really good book. It's nonfiction. I think that if it sounds interesting at all to you, you should do it.
Alright, my name is Vin Manta, and the book I'm leading is called The Daily You, and it talks about how advertising is changing in the world, like Facebook and social media, and so if that interests you, you guys should definitely come out to my book group.